you all are aware of the life cycle and everything, right? So I'll just take my introduction towards the BTP integration suite and how it is achieving the integrations and SAP and other third-party tools and other areas as well. Okay, let me share my screen. Mm, is everyone able to see my screen?
Yes, Abhi, we can see your screen.
Okay, so basically, we are covering here in integration suite. We have a lot of capabilities like in BTP. We have a lot of capabilities. So earlier, CPI is separate using as a cloud platform as integration, but in last few years, like they're working on this BTP, right? So the business technology platform brought into this into their bucket, and now the cloud platform integration became like cloud integration. And along with this, there we have a lot of middleware capabilities like API management, other things also. So I'll just introduce whatever the topics that we are covering here and how those are in SAP integration suite. Okay. So first topic is like distributed architecture and their challenges. I think you all are aware of this middleware things, right? So I hope you all are having 10 plus of years of experience. So the architecture and their challenges, like how the middleware overcoming these architecture and challenges here. So the next topic, second topic is undergoing as a first approach with an API. So when we moved into the BTP from cloud platform integration to cloud integration, so SAP is recommending to use the standard. So fit to standard is the first approach. So in first approach, fit to standard, SAP is providing a lot of standard APIs. So as we are using a lot of standard APIs to create our own integration flows. So in that case, we have API as a first approach. We will use the standard APIs, and SAP is providing what it is enhancement capability for that API. So if you have any custom requirements, so there is a CFL custom field logic. So there we can use this. So if in that case we are not able to approach our cases, then we can go for the modifications. Okay. Next, describing operating modes of API architecture. Okay. So how the API architecture is going here, the standard APIs, and how they're customizing with this like without losing their standard capabilities. So those kind of structure will be there in operation modes of API structure. And next is introduction to REST. So you all are aware of already this REST and OData, I guess, because so these were widely used API protocols in the real time. So this introduction to REST and OData, so which will give the brief idea about what is the REST APIs and what are OData APIs and how they are consumed. So this and how the adapters will take configured in BTP to consume this. Okay, and introduction to iPaaS. So integration platform is it is a integration platform as a service in cloud. So in this we are covering the integration strategies of SAP. So SAP is having some standard content in integration to connect with some top-notch middlewares, like sorry, not top-notch middlewares. So some third parties and along with some standard systems which are regularly used. So for that they have some standard content, so that we can use for our integrations just by configuring them. So if there any futuristic modifications are required, so SAP is releasing anything, so those things will be auto upgraded to the those content. And next topic is describing the SAP integration solution advisory methodology. So this is somewhat different topic than integration suite because this is another capability of integration suite, which is not part of the cloud integration. So integration advisory, which is basically we will use for creating the message mapping guidelines Like for mostly we will use it for EDI integrations, electronic data interaction integration. So in that case, we will use this advisory, which is a for AI based tool. So integration advisory is a AI based tool. So in this, we can create a message mapping guideline, and we can create our what it is EDI mappings in a smooth way. So which will help us in AI scope. Okay. And next, position of integration suite from more than technical perspective, which means uh, how the integration suite is performing in BTP level. Okay, so how the integration suite is performing at BTP level. So BTP is so SAP BTP is not only for integration suite; they have a lot of capabilities in it. So BTP is completely technical platform. So complete SAP technical platform on cloud is on BTP. So in that, this integration suite is playing major role. So that we can be take care of here. And the next one is managing cloud integration. So this is basically how you are doing in your MuleSoft or Dell Boomi. So these integrations, how you are doing in the same way, we will having our own cloud integration layer, right? So in that, we will how we are generating our iFlows and how we are importing the standard contents and how we are doing this what it is API implementations in this. So those things we can do here. And development cycle. So as we all are aware of that development cycle, so how like where it is starting and where it is going to end, so the complete life cycle of a product, so that can be described here. And using message monitoring and land logging. So this is of to see the so we are basically in middleware, right? So we are responsible for the sender data and the receiver data. So once it reach to integration layer and until it reach to the target layer, we are the responsible people, right? So for that, how the monitoring is going and how the loggings are going, so those things can be covered there. And explaining the camel data model and the sample expression language. So we have some sort of expressions here to use the some sort of properties and headers in our integration of iFlow. So those things can be explained in this. And next is modeling process. So modeling integration flows is like uh, how we are designing our integration flows based upon our requirements, based upon the requirement functionality. So what sort of steps that we can do. So in that, what are the available palettes and what are the available functions were there. So those can be described here. So learning the basics. So which is covering the how the integration cloud integration layer and using adapters. So I hope you all are aware of these adapters because so these adapters are bridging between the two systems. So if we have sender and receiver, right? So to connect the sender with cloud integration and to connect the receiver through cloud integration, in that way we will use this adapters. So that adapters also we have a lot of adapters for using this like even third party adapters also we can implement here. So those topics can be covered. And mappings. So basically mapping is a transformation. So how the message is going to be transformed from source to target, and based upon the mapping logics. So these all can be done here. So in this we have a lot of mapping functions as well as scripting. So if something is not achievable through mapping function, so we can use scripts to write the our own mapping function. And using adapter outbound security. So adapter outbound security means if you are turning into the some third party system, or if you are turning into some other on premise but some different system. So in that case, what kind of securities that we are need to be take care. So those things can be covered here. And performing exception handling, how the exceptions can be handled in integration layer. So that can be covered as a topic 6. And the script. So not only the mapping function to generate a mapping function, so we can generate a complete mapping through scripting. So in integration, we have cloud integration. We have a support of Groovy and JavaScript. So these are the two scriptings uh, can be used for generating the mappings or whatever it is. and using adapter inbound security, same how the outbound security that we are making, and in the same way, the inbound security also based upon our integration guidelines, we will use the security guidelines and using integration patterns. So integration patterns also we have. So in these integration patterns, like what it is a pass through or how come this like single source to multiple receivers, these kind of patterns were there. So those patterns can be covered. And yeah, so this is basically a screen of our cloud integration layer. So how it is, how it looks like. So this is our cloud integration layer. So here you can see some small pencil icon. So here we can do all our developments, and here you can see some eye kind of icon. So this is where we can monitor all our integrations, whatever the integrations were deployed, whatever the integrations were ran. So those all those information we can monitor from this icon. And you can see the top one. So this is discovery, where you can find your standard content. So standard content which is suitable for your requirement, you can grab it from here. Okay. Okay. Till now, any doubts or any questions?
No, Abhijit, you can go ahead.
So, okay. So as an SAP cloud product, so the complete BTP is having all the products of SAP in cloud, whatever the products available in cloud, those are in SAP cloud products. So we just it is a brief intro about this. We will not go deeper in this topic. Okay. And overview of integration suite also same. Will majorly concentrating on cloud integration. So, but in integration suite, we have a lot of other capabilities. So we will just touch base on the other capabilities, but we will not go into deep on that. We will go into deep on cloud integration layer itself. Okay, and demo trial service provisioning. So this is how to create your demo account and how you can practice this. So that can be provided here. Okay. Next, what is SAP Cloud Integration? So, I hope you all are in middleware, right? So, same how you are doing your integrations by using your middlewares like MuleSoft or Dell Boomi. So, in the same way, SAP Cloud Integration also doing their own job here. But whenever there is a SAP involved, so SAP is recommending them to use their cloud products here. So in that way, so cloud integration is more demanding in the market because everyone is moving in SAP from ECC to S4 HANA. So the S4 HANA, they are having private clouds and public clouds, both the versions they are providing. So in this case, so if you want to integrate with any of the SAP, whatever the SAP, their SAP side, you just need to use the SAP Cloud Integration because SAP is recommending the customers to use cloud integration for their integrations with SAP. Okay. So here, SAP support as end-to-end process integration. So how the end-to-end integrations can happen here, that can be covered. And connect cloud and on-premise system, so which is of cloud connector. So this can be discussed. Like SAP cloud integration is on cloud, right? So on-premise systems we can't allow them to directly access with the cloud systems. So in that case, how we are going to achieve this, that can be covered. And combines cloud integration, API management, integration advisory, open connectors. Um, mhm. So these are the different capabilities of integration suite. In this cloud integration, as I told you, right? So above, so the integration flows and other stuff will be there. API management is nothing but like whatever the SAP APIs were there. If someone third party people want to consume these APIs, we can manage our APIs here itself, and we can produce it to consume it. Okay, so that is API management here, and integration advisory, as I told you before. So integration advisory is a AI-based tool. It can generate the message mapping guidelines for the EDI integrations. Mostly we'll use it for EDI integrations. And open connectors. Open connector is to connect with some third party whatever the third party systems were there, right? So if we are generating a connection by using the open connectors, we can use these open connectors and import this open connector as an adapter in cloud integration. So this is open connectors. And out of these four, the main concentration on cloud integration. Okay, and it runs on the Neo and the Cloud Foundry. Neo is the SAP proprietary area. Cloud Foundry, which is actual customers to use Neo. They are suggesting everyone to use Cloud Foundry. So earlier, people were used to work on Neo, but Neo is almost at the end of an era because Neo is a SAP proprietary. Lot of restrictions will be there in Neo, but Cloud Foundry is a kind of open source, so you can do anything in Cloud Foundry. Okay, next key features. Diverse scenarios like application to application, business to business, and multiple endpoint support. Customized multiple endpoint support means multiple different targets we can connect through this, and customize integration scenarios. So we can customize our integration scenarios based upon the requirement, and pre-built custom adapters. Pre-built adapters already they're providing almost 25 plus adapters, the pre-built, and we can use custom adapters as I told you, right? So by using open connector we can generate our own custom adapter. Otherwise, if you want to use some custom adapter which is generated which is created by someone else, let's an example of success factors, not success factors, sorry, Salesforce. So Salesforce, some third party people were creating the Salesforce with more capabilities. So that adapter, if you want to use in your product in your project, so you can use that custom adapter and you can directly deploy that adapter in cloud integration. Okay, and public APIs accessibility. So how we are going to access this APIs? So that part. Next, secure, reliable communication. So how the communication happening very smooth way, even though it is on cloud. So next, multiple endpoint. Okay, they repeated this. Okay, and process orchestration support. So as of now, many of the organizations are where having the ECC system. So ECC is of completely within their on-premise kind of thing. So they are moving from ECC to S4 HANA because 2027, 2027 is the last for ECC. So after 2027, SAP will not provide any support for the ECC customers. So that reason, everyone is moving to cloud integration. So sorry, everyone is moving to S4 HANA. So they are moving from ECC to S4 HANA. So they need to move from PO to cloud integration as well because PO process orchestration is also going to end at 2027. So they need to move from process orchestration to cloud integration. So there is some migration kind of support they are providing in this. Okay, so any questions? I'll count it as no. Next, so these are the overview of services. You can see the API management. As you are an integration developer, mainly you have to cover the integration suite. Like if you are into more deep into this integration suite, then you have to cover some of these services. So out of which is cloud integration one, and next one is API management, and next one is what it is, open connectors, integration advisory. So these are the main four areas of integration suite that an integration developer should know in cloud integration. Sorry, in BTP layer of the integration column. So other than that, we have a connectivity services. So between the cloud applications and the on-premise systems, as I told you, right? So this is nothing but a cloud connector and a destination service. So we can create, like we need to create the destinations in cloud integration to allow them to communicate. So that is of destination service. So event mesh. So event mesh is one of the key component recently they delivered from SAP, which is of like earlier the event mesh is only the standard event mesh, but now SAP is like release the advanced event mesh. So event mesh is nothing but basically event-based architecture that we can achieve through event mesh. So whatever the events that can be, like we have standard events as well as we can create custom events. So if you want to use any event-based architecture in your project, so in that case, you can suggest event mesh to use, because this event mesh, like advanced event mesh, is too costly. But if you are having limited data and limited set of data, but based on that, we can use cloud integration by using that data, means you can go for the event mesh, which is of less cost. Okay. And master data integration. So here, mostly the SAP products will come into place, which are nothing but MDZ and master data governance, and one more system is also there. I forgot that name. Okay, so that master data integration, as well as we can integrate with some other um, multi-tenant cloud services of master data integration, like some different master data services which are hosted on SAP. So that can be also possible. And process integration runtime. So process integration runtime is like provisioning access to the someone third-party system to enter into the cloud integration. So that access capability that we can manage through this process integration runtime. And SAP Graphs. SAP Graphs is recent capability which is added by SAP. So the SAP Graph is a like according to me, this is a very cool and good capability by SAP. So what SAP Graphs is doing here is SAP Graph is an API based on OData V4 that connects entities from different sources in one API. Like as you guys are aware that API will have different entities, right? So in that entities, different connects the entities from different sources into one API. So like for example, is there any product data from various SAP systems like S4 HANA, Sales Cloud, and other kind of system? In that, this SAP Graph offered one API. There are already standard SAP Graph APIs available for various entities. Like no need to go for each and every API. Like otherwise, like each entity for the each API. So we can generate a graph of that APIs, and by we can use that graph to generate the what it is combined output of that. And integration usage options. So, like data integration. So it is enables the bidirectional data integrations in real time between like on-premise to cloud, cloud to on-premise. Both were supported in this. And integration flow. This is also bidirectional. So we can communicate with on-premise and we can communicate with cloud. We can use in the both way. And SAP OData services. Sorry, OData services. In this OData services, existing OData services we can use, and as well as we can create a OData service in S4 HANA, and that also we can consume here. And how the other integration platforms are using the SOAP and REST and OData. So in the same way, this is also can be used. And value mapping. So value mapping is like so your source is generating some sort of values, but your target requires some different values. But those were some standard kind of values. So in that case, we will use value mapping to generate. So that can be covered as a value mapping. And types of application integrations. So process innovation. First is like process innovation, data movement, and user-centric consumption, then thing integration. So this is nothing but like what type of applications that we can invoke into cloud integration, and we can like we can generate the requirement of a client in a smooth way. So that can be suggested here. So process innovation, which is like chain business process across business applications, like different business applications, which are which are segregated in different ways, but we need to bring up them together. So in that way, this process innovation and data movement. So synchronizing the data between the business applications. So the client is having different business applications, right? So we can, by using this data movement application, we can synchronize their data, and we can keep it into the proper way. And user centric consumption, how the business applications can be used to how the business applications can be make by using integration suite as a user centric, that can be covered. And thing integration, how they integrate real world things with the business applications. So you are having some business application, and you want to consume some sort of other other area like some services of Google you want to consume, and you want to generate something else. So in that way, this is a thing integration. Okay. Okay. Next. Generated multiple times. Okay. So this is also covered on top. Yeah, distributed versus monolith landscape. So, how without integration suite, how this distributed landscape, like the data is coming from different systems and it is coming into and it is sitting onto the different place of the area, and like the user want to consume some sort of data, he needs to go somewhere. So this kind of distributed landscape to monolith landscape. So like by using the integration, so we are moving everything into the like in a proper way, and we are not allowing anyone to use we are not allowing anyone to use a point to point communication. So we are placing in between the sources and targets, and we are managing their complete data transaction from end to end, and we are taking the responsibility of the complete their end to end process. Okay. Next, integration strategy. So we have, as I explained in the previous slide, predefined integrations. So predefined integrations, which are nothing but the discovery component, and open integrations. So open integrations, like you can design your own integrations, holistic integrations. Holistic integrations means you can create like how the graphs is working. So in that way, this holistic integration will also work. And AI driven integration. So AI driven integration is nothing but that integration advisory. So how the integration advisory can bring the message mapping guidelines without any human intervention. Next, so integration challenges. So integration challenges basically this how the before like without integration how the things were going, and after the integration how the integration is smooth, and how the integration governance is working, like with the business to business integration, business to business, business to customer, like application to application. So these kind of integrations, how we are like sorting out those issues of a customer. Okay. Same methodology. So this is SAP is having some methodology for this integration, because we are on cloud, right? So we need to follow the guidelines of the SAP. How they are having some sort of guidelines for developing an integration. So if you are not following any of those guidelines, if you are stuck in anywhere of this integration, working on integration, so in that place, SAP will not provide any kind of support to you, because you are in out of their integration guideline, so they will not support you there. So and even though integrations which are they are having some sort of what it is standards, if you are trying to edit that, once you edited something in that, so in the next time onwards you will not get any updates from SAP on that. So that is one. And next, integration maturity level, non-systematic integrations, how like without any middleware, this one. And next one, accessing your integration strategy, guiding scope of your integration requirement, like you like how you are guiding your scope, like how you can achieve this through integration. So that is guiding scope. Next, designs of hybrid integration platform. So you can use different you can integrate anything here. Okay, so in that way you can create your hybrid integration, define integration best practices. So we have best practices for our integration, as I explained in previous slide. So SAP is having some best practices. So we should use those best practices. Otherwise, if you got stuck in anywhere, like you generated some integration and that time it was working, but you left the organization. Later, someone came, so they are having some issue with that. So in that case, they are not able to sort it out. They are going to SAP. SAP simply they said this is out of best practices, so we can support and enable practice of empowerment. So we have a like agile model of integration practice in this, so like design and delivery. That is this. Mm. So these are different processing areas of SAP. So those how we are taking the taking integrations into the intelligent enterprises, like lead to cash, source to pay, hire to retire. So this is of the HR. This is of what it is. Source to pay is some functional related procurement side, and lead to cash and issues to resolution, payment integration, digital component that we are not covered here. So this is CPI, IPaaS they mentioned, but this is CI, cloud integration. As I mentioned last time, uh, this platform became a business platform. So this BTP is covering this in cloud integration, right? So now this is cloud integration and integration bus, integration as a service, and multi-tenancy. So we have these are different capabilities in this. So by using this on demand, by using like based upon our demand, we can create our own different tendencies here. Uh, Naveen, you have added a lot of slides here. These were not even required for a what it is demo.
Sorry, Abhi, I didn't get you.
You have added a lot of slides here which are not required for demo.
No worries, no worries. That's fine. Yeah.
Okay. So I'll cover only the required slides only. Okay.
Yeah.
So integration flow components, as I told you, right? So events. So based upon events, also this integrations can trigger and process shapes by using this process shapes like data sources and data stores. So from there also we can from the queues also we can trigger these integrations, and we can generate our integrations based upon these also, and calls, external calls, local process calls. So you can do the external calls, and within the integration also you can do your local calls. So that is of local process call, like calling one integration flow to another integration flow. So that is local process call. And resources, where you can add your mappings, you can add your XSDs and other stuff. So that is of resources. And process shapes. Mm, this is exception sub process. This is a like whenever you are getting an issue in the your integration, so that you can raise an exception here, and you want to handle this exception somewhere in an API, so you can redirect your integration to there. Okay, so otherwise you can handle your exception here, and you want to send this as an email. You can say you can use this exception handling block, and you can generate your exception as customized, and you can send it out. Okay, and end event, escalation event, timer event. So these events are basically integration flow. I'll show here. So here you can see there are some events. These are called events. Okay, so to start an interface, we need a start event, and to end an interface, we need an end event. So same way, to start an exception, we need to start by using error event. Same way, here they are using end three. So if we are using end three, it will show you as a successful message, even though it is a failure. So we should not use the end three here. We should use um, error end if you want to see this message as an error message if it is failed. Okay, and the same way here you can see this resources. So in resources, you can see mappings they are adding. So in that way, your scripts, your mappings, your XSDs, your EDMX files, your WSDLs, all things will be placed here only. Okay. Escalation event means, so as I told you, right, once it is raised an error, but you want to send them as an escalation, but don't want to see that as an error event. So in that case, you can use escalation event, timer event. So you want to schedule your interface, so then you can use timer event. So external calls, request reply, send, content enricher, poll enricher, local process calls. So these all are external calls. By using this, we can call some other system for data, and we can enrich that data here. Okay, next, handle exceptions, process steps. These are help documents. They gave links here. So these are just like how to handle exception best practices, SAP best practices, and process steps best practices that you can find out here. Mhm. Okay, routing steps.
AFG,
Sorry.
this is Balaji. Sorry to cut you. Maybe this session, maybe could we have like a question and answer? You have given a good overview. Thanks for that session. Yeah, rather than going through this all, like how many slides do you have more?
Like they had a lot of slides, but I'll not use all these slides. I'll just give the round overview. That's all.
Maybe, yeah. So I have like a couple of questions. So do you want to take it now or later?
Yeah, you can.
So I see basically I am not from SAP background and I don't have much knowledge on that. So how do you see the complexity I learning the integration suite?
You are from, like, what is your background?
So
So
integration.
TIBCO integration you have. Like
Yeah.
middlewares are almost looks like similar kind of what it is architectural thing. So you can, like, the UI will be the difference. So the UI will be different, and the steps that how you are executing here, that will be the difference. And along with that, how you are customizing your interface, that is based upon your palettes and your functions. So if you are good in this, and if you are already integrating with TIBCO, right? So like just you are putting your efforts, whatever you are having TIBCO experience in, just sorting out that experience to here, then it will be not that much difficult.
Underlying concepts are the same. The only thing is we need to relate the UI and the process.
Yeah. So once you are getting habituated with this UI, right? So you will get good exposure, based upon your hard work.
So we have a lot of integration products. Like if someone asks me why I should take this SAP integration.
SAP integration, why you should take means, if you are using SAP S4 HANA, or as ICC is going to expire, right? So if you are going, if your client is having SAP S4 HANA, SAP is recommending them to use SAP integration suite on, cloud integration, to integrate with SAP. So in that case, even though your client is already having pre-built integrations by using with some system, different systems, they need to move their integrations from other systems to cloud integration if they are having SAP in their landscape. Okay, so in that case, they need to use this SAP cloud integration, as the customer thinks that why should we use different type of middlewares, even though we are having the SAP product. Like, they need to purchase this BTP, because they are using the S4 HANA cloud, right? So they need to purchase this BTP. So in the BTP, this integration suite capability is already included in the cost. So why the client will go for the, again, additional cost for building other middlewares?
Okay, so but still SAP we will be able to connect from any other integration suite to SAP, even in the cloud also. Abhijit, can you hear me?
Yeah. Yes, I'm saying yes.
Okay, so we'll be able to connect, but SAP recommends it because BTP, it will license as per the BTP, and all the services we can use for free if once I pay for BTP.
Yeah, so if you are using S4 HANA, right? So there are some capabilities in BTPs which can be leverage their business process into automate. Okay, so in that way, so they want to generate some front end and back end and everything and SAP, right? So they will use this BTP wrap cap and CAPM capabilities. So in that way, they need to use this BTP subscription they need required. And then once you are taking a BTP subscription, along with this is a package. So if the client wants the BTP, then definitely they need to pay for the package. So in that package, integration suite is already involved. So and along with that, SAP will not allow their clients to use any other middleware to communicate with S4 like their systems. Like as of now, they are allowing, but in future, because they are strictly recommending everyone to use the cloud integration service when they are subscribing for SAP S4 HANA. Okay.
Okay. And in one of the slides earlier says it said there are some standards which are set by SAP.
There are some
And say for
standards.
example,
Yeah.
say,
Yeah,
so
go ahead.
for example, yeah, if I have a legacy system which I have to migrate in onto SAP integration suite.
Okay. Legacy system in ECC to S4 HANA?
Not from a SAP perspective. Say suppose if I have an integration, so say there are integrations which are built on TIPCO or MuleSoft or any other integration tool which I have to migrate to SAP.
Okay.
And there are some custom, custom
Okay.
functions or
Middleware is
custom
good, right?
code.
What are the source and target systems?
See, SAP is one of the system where the data will be flowing from SAP to the other systems.
If
Say,
there is
for example.
SAP, then definitely they will recommend to use cloud integration only. Even though the client is already having the integrations in different layer, SAP asks them to move those integrations to cloud integration.
If you
So
take
what are the
Abhijit, there
standards
is no
which are
SAP
mentioned?
in this. Yeah,
See?
Balaji, if there is no SAP as a source or end system, still SAP BTP can integrate those
Yeah.
two systems. Currently, a customer is using some integrations. Source is Oracle, end system is some CBL or something. Okay, example, and they are using TIPCO as a middleware. Okay, now this SAP BTP, they want to write that entire code, that whatever integration currently is happening, if they want to write this code into SAP BTP, will it work, or one of the systems should be SAP to use this SAP BTP?
So anything, SAP to SAP and third party to third party, anything can be done here.
Yeah. So Abhijit, they have any standard connectors to do it, or it is only
We have
HTTP?
SAP providing almost 25 plus connectors, standard connectors. So most of the work can be done by using those standard connectors only. Only when Salesforce comes into picture, some sort of different capabilities can be achieved through some custom adapters. So in that case, we can go for some like Royo Consultancy is one of the consultancy who producing the Salesforce adapters. To use like those adapters are too good than SAP. So SAP is allowing them to you want to use their adapter, you just purchase adapter from them, you just deploy it in cloud integration.
Can we
Okay.
quickly see steps like how to create a demo account, and we can
That
see
is
a simple
after like once we start the class, right? So that in that time I can show you.
today whatever we
Vijay,
covered, almost all our integration concepts, we are already aware of it. Like might be
Yeah, I know.
terminology wise little bit different, but we are very much interested to see it in a 5 minutes. Just what is what, how that UI looks like. Is not possible today.
No, because I don't have a demo account. Actually, I was not created my demo. Okay, if you want, I'll tell you. What is this?
before that, I have one more question.
Yeah.
So what I understand, for example, today, one of the client, they are consuming events from S4, okay?
Yeah.
Consuming events from S4 and using Azure Pass and TIPCO, they are making some transformation and sending to Salesforce.
Okay.
Example.
Okay.
So So now, if I already have that S4 purchase or S4 consuming events, now I can directly introduce SAP BTP instead of Azure Pass and TIPCO, directly using SAP BTP and send it to Azure Pass, since I already have the purchase, purchase from S4. Is that correct?
So here one more point is that, like you are saying that purchasing is like they are using events, right? So if they are using events, if that is a small sort of data, like as you are subscribing this BTP, right? So they have an event mesh. So by using event mesh, if there is no transformation is required, you can directly send the data through event mesh, even though cloud integration will also not be coming in this. So event mesh is also like our integration capability only. But if small
No,
sort of
let's assume there is some transformation also required. Okay.
transformation is there, then you can bring that event to cloud integration and call the data from SAP, then do the transformation and you can send.
Okay, then in that case, Azure Pass and TIPCO is not required. Okay, so this all should come in one purchase, like S4 consume events and making code changes in SAP BTP should be one. It's like one product, right?
So, like how you are moving your existing integrations to whatever the BTP integrations is like simple. Like you are having some integration with SAP by using the Azure and TIPCO, right? You just follow the same functionalities that you are doing the transformation, and everything will be same, remain same. But only thing is changing here is integration layer that is changing here.
Okay, got it.
Avijit, one more question. See, as you mentioned, right, we need to know some JavaScript and Groovy script as part of this implementation.
So if you are putting script,
we are from TIPCO background, so very minimal. Actually, it's a very graphical representation. Just you do drag and drop, it auto generate wherever. That's whatever logic we are going to write. Also, we will get an help.
Someone at my door. 1 second. I'll open door and will come. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, so we want to understand, like most of our teammates, like everyone, okay, we are from TIPCO and MuleSoft background. So TIPCO is very user friendly, developer friendly. Minimal coding skill is required. Just drag and drop, and you will get an help like to that whatever we want. Then you will get pop out some functions. We'll use those functions and we'll build the logic. In MuleSoft, where we need some more coding knowledge to develop an integration. Coming to this SAP BTP, how much we need to know that Java and whatever Groovy other script. So each and every simple program also we need these things are very complex wherever how that mapping logic.
See, until the moderate complexity, you don't need any script. Only if you are having severe complexity of the integration, then you need script. So that script also, if you know very basics of JavaScript, then that will be helpful. Even though if you don't know about the JavaScript and you are like completely, I don't know, I don't want to write any script. As you know, we have ChatGPT. You can ask that and it will generate.
Okay.
Yeah, that brings to an interesting question.
How you are combining that in your integration, like that skill you need. Like ChatGPT will generate a script that you need to convert how you need, based upon like we have some naming standards, right? That standards you need to change.
So does does SAP provide any of these AI capabilities?
Capability is there for what it is EDI integrations for generating the message mapping guidelines. So it will generate automatically without any human interventions, which is of IDOC to EDI. So in that we have AI capability, but other than that, if you want any kind of automations, then that is different capabilities like build process automation, build apps. So these were the different automation things were there.
And one more question. So earlier SAP exposed their services as an IDAC or BAPI to integrate and all. Still same IDAC BAPI concept, or is there any JSON structure kind of thing?
As I said, like the starting point, we are following API as a first approach. So SAP is became like more advanced, and they are generating more advanced APIs in their scope, and they are providing OData APIs and REST APIs. So if you see what it is, api.sap.com. So this is a site. So there you can find all the standard APIs which are available. Even though if you want some customizations, no need to go for directly on IDOC. You can directly go for create a CDS view and expose it as a OData API. So in
What is
that way,
this data? Sorry, I'm listening
it's
first
like
time. What?
protocol. This is a protocol like how the REST and SOAP protocols were there. Same as like this. This is OData. So OData is an API protocol. This is of synchronous. Same as like REST API. This is also a synchronous API. So in this OData API, you can what it is. You can see the capabilities of OData API in the standard documents. So you can leverage your OData API based upon their documents, and it is a API only. Okay. SAP is having their own APIs in OData. Okay, this is of one of the protocol. By using this, we can send the data, we can retrieve the data, we can we can do all the code operations.
So what you are going to say is like everything is in a JSON based or XML based, no more
XML, both it
BAPI.
will
Like
accept.
a little hard to understand BAPI structure, IDAC structure, and all, right? That
I got you. So BAP
going
is,
forward, everything is
yeah,
an XML.
as of now, we are 90% of the integrations we are doing with the APIs, because we are moving into this cloud world, right? So APIs are the more recommended things. Still we are using IDOCs, but BAPIs are like most of the cases we are ignoring the BAPIs, but IDOCs were there. IDOCs were there because IDOC is robust. So IDOCs will continue. Okay.
And coming to stability wise, like MuleSoft still has some challenges with respect of their releases, deployment, and all, and version to version they will upgrade. One function will work in 4.2 and it won't work in 4.4. So that kind of stability wise in deployment after once you're done and deploy in production and all. So stability wise with respect of environment, what is the success rate like so far? You already working in a project, right?
Yeah.
So
So
what
cloud
is your
is
observation?
on cloud, right? So whatever the deployments, everything can be take care of SAP. Okay, so everything will happen in background, so it will not stop you in anywhere. So the stability wise, so when you are using OData APIs, so they will keep the old functionalities as it is. They will add new functionalities. So when they are adding new functionalities, you need to upgrade your S4 HANA landscape to like as of now they are having some releases. As of now, the release is going as FPS 0 2024. Okay, but my client is using FPS 0 2 2021, because my project was built in 2020, like their what it is, their proposal started in 2021, because their what it is, their system is FPS 0 to 2021, means the FPS second release 2021. But now it is 2024, there are a lot of changes happen. If client want to upgrade, to FPS 2024, their like in their network, they need to create an upgrade project. Okay, upgrading from one system to other system in SAP, that is a project. So they will upgrade from one system to other system. Till the time, the old integrations will be, and whole system will be in as it is in running place. So in that way, it will not give any issues. So when you are doing this upgrade, right? So you will do all kind of regression tests and everything. If you found anything, you just raise it to SAP, and you just like if you are able to sort it out, then that is fine. If you are not able to sort it out, and this is some sort of missing their guideline, then you need to raise it to SAP, and with a high priority, as this is an upgrade, and you can take it out with SAP.
So at least can we see how to create a demo account, Avijit? Like we will explore, because the concept, whatever we discussed, we are very much aware of it. So just to get more idea or interest, we need to know that console at least.
Yeah, yeah. 1 second. Able to see my screen?
Yes, it's getting loaded.
Okay. So HANA dot on demand .com. This is the URL. So you can see here, sign in and register. Click on register. So if you have your business email address, then just go with the business email address. Otherwise, if you want to create your personal account, just go here. Here you can see BTP trial and free tier. Free tier is for what it is, commercial, because once you are using free tier, you can move your free tier to as a what it is, your business account. So in this, different capabilities can be achievable, but here you need to pay subscription after some time. But as you are using for trial, just try. So yeah, you see here, already I have given this, and it is going to generate email here. So I need to log in there, and I need to click on that link. So based on that, we can create our account. Later on, you can see the what it is, cloud integration tenant. Let me find out. Any account of mine. Actually, it is not allowing me to access my old account. I think it got expired. So here in this, we have a lot of steps need to do after this, like allowing roles. We need to create roles for us, and we need to provide the roles to access the integration suite. So those are the different steps were there to access an integration suite. And as I showed you in the PPT, right? So the screen will be looks like same. I will show you one second.
So Abhijit, one question. As part of this training, uh, you'll only cover the integration suite or any other topics?
Not complete integration suite also. In integration suite, one capability is called cloud integration, which is of this, as how you guys are using for MuleSoft and Tidco. So that can be like integrations, whatever you're doing in MuleSoft and Tidco, that we can do in cloud integration. So this is one of the capability of integration suite. Likewise, we have a different capabilities. So the different capabilities of like API management, integration advisory, open connectors, those are depends upon the requirements that we like we will use in our integrations. But as a training, people will get integration in integration suite cloud integration only.
Okay, so you'll only cover the cloud integration part right
Yeah.
now. Oh, okay.
This is how it looks like screen. Actually, it is not allowing me to retrieve my old account. I need to create my own account here again. So once we started our what is training, right? So I'll show you how to create a demo account and how we can use that account. Okay.
Yeah, thanks, Abhijit.
Yeah. So I think if I go into this detail, you all are aware of all these things because again, the same stuff is going to be presented in this. So I think you all are already known this. So, oh, they covered here. Okay. Okay. I'll show this. You can see this. This is the global account, how it looks like. So once you created your account, it looks like this. Then you need to create roles for you. I told you, right? So in global account, going into security, users, you can create your roles. So as see, you can here we have different users. Likewise, you will get your username here with your email ID. You just need to select here and assign role collection. Here you will get all the roles. Once you create your integration capabilities, all the roles will appear here. Out of which, what are the required? You can select those roles and apply it. So here you can see in the entitlements, integration suite as a free we have, and they are creating this integration suite. Once it is subscribed, you can see build integration scenarios, mappings, non-SAP connectivity, which is of open connectors. By clicking manage capabilities, you can add more of capabilities here out of available capabilities. See here in discovery integrations, by clicking this, you can get the standard integration content like this. Like this means you need to export those into here. So from there, you will get an option called copy, and it will come into this. So in the pencil icon, this is of design. So there you can see the packages like this. So inside the packages, we will create artifacts. Okay. So this is settings for API management, not for this. And this is for discovery connectors. This is for open connectors. Is there anything for no? Yeah, security. So this is of account level security, not for the each and every. So this can be managed at account level. This is not required, not required. This is also not required. Yeah, that is about how we will create. And this is as I explained you, right, how to create graphs. So everything will come once you are adding capabilities, everything come into picture here in the left side options. So if you're adding only integration, then this icon, and this icon will appear, and this icon will appear. So remaining all icons will appear based upon your capabilities, whatever you are subscribing. Okay. Yeah, this is how API structure, like how API handles JSONs here, like OData APIs. Same. Same again, they replicated the same slides. Yeah, see this. Sender steps, so integration flow steps we perform here, and multiple results which we are sending cloud to cloud integration. So this is of sender is cloud and target is cloud. So in that way, and cloud to on-premise. So you can see in between there is a what it is, cloud to on-premise landscape. We have a cloud connector, so which is a web dispatcher here, you can see. And this is services, APIs and API providers. This is related API management. And this is just normal what it is, flow diagram, how we can manage and messaging and remote APIs and other things. Just a flow diagram. And this is like, this is older skin, how we are logging in. Now this is just modified. You will get everything in center. So you will just log in here. So this is of demo system. Like as I mentioned you, right, S4 HANA is not available as you are practicing. So in that case, you can use ES5 system. ES5 system is a SAP gateway system. So you will create your account in ES5 system and you can use it for integration scenarios. So these and all can be done once we are starting our training and everything. Okay. Yeah. Any questions?
No, Abhijit.
Okay. I know you all are a bit confused or something else because of like rendering of multiple things at one place. But once we are stepping into each concept, right, so it will be sorted out in a smooth way. So it will also going in like good direction to understand the topics and everything. So we are going one by one topic, right? So you will get to know that, and you will also having middleware and experience, right? So that is an added advantage here to understand the topics more in detail, and you can generate your architecture in more in detail way. Yeah, that's all.
Thanks, Abhijit.
Thank you. Yeah, Naveen.
Yes, thanks, Abhijit.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Abhi. Yeah.
You all.
Thank you. So, Naveen, are you there?
Yeah, I'm there, Abhi. Vijay, any queries, Vijay? You were asking anything?
No, I don't have. I'm good. Thank you.
Okay.
Fine.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.